Hey guys, what's up? It's all about Mike 18 here with another movie review. Guys, in this video, I will be reviewing The Call, the new Halle Berry movie directed by Brad Anderson that came out last week. I'm sorry for this late review, guys. Like I said, this movie came out last week. And I'm also sorry that I haven't reviewed a movie in like the last 3 weeks or the last month. I haven't been to the movie theaters. I haven't seen a new movie in the movie theaters in the last 3 weeks. I guess there was really nothing I wanted to go see. So that's why I haven't seen any. I haven't been to the movie theaters. But The Call came out last week, and I'd actually been looking forward to this movie. I did see the trailer for it, and I thought that the trailer made it look like a really good thriller. I was definitely into it because of the trailer, and I said, you know what, this is going to be a good movie. I have good feelings about this movie, and the reviews have been coming in 40 on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that great. Could be better. The critics were saying it was great, but just the ending was just horrible. The last part of the movie was bad. And overall, what I was looking for a good thriller. That is all I wanted. Because half of the horror movies, half of the thrillers that we get today just suck, and I've had it with half of them. But with The Call, I really thought it was going to be great. And in the end, was The Call a good thriller? Was it a good movie? Yes, it was, guys. I am so pleased to tell you that this was a great movie. I'm so glad I went to go see it. I'm so glad this movie finally came out. I was waiting for a really good thriller like this to come out. And I can't wait to talk about the things I liked about the movie, guys. So let's get right into my review. The first thing I'm going to talk about is, of course, the story of the movie. Like I said, Halle Berry is in this movie. She plays a 911 dispatcher. She's this really intelligent 911 dispatcher. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to do her job. She's never really messed up on the job. And she's the perfect person to have this job. And one night in L.A., she gets this call from this really frightened girl. This guy's breaking into her house. She's this young blonde girl. This guy's breaking into her house, and Halle Berry needs to get her out of the situation. Obviously, that's Halle Berry's job. And Halle Berry, she talks the girl through it, trying to get her out and get her away from this guy. And in the end, Halle Berry makes a mistake. This is really the first time she's ever made a mistake while on the job. And this guy, in the end, ends up killing her. Don't worry, that was spoiled in the trailer, so that's why I told you guys. He kills this girl in the beginning of the movie, and Halle Berry feels horrible. It's obvious she blames it on herself, and it really is her fault. She did end up killing this girl without actually doing it because she made this mistake while on the job. I'm not going to go into what mistake she made, but yeah, she is one of the main reasons why this girl ended up dying. And she feels horrible. So 6 months go by, and Halle Berry's still trying to deal with this. She feels guilty, obviously. She's trying to cope with what happened. And a new call comes in. This blonde girl had been kidnapped by this really crazy guy. She had been thrown into the trunk of a car, and she's on the highway right now. And she had a cell phone in her back pocket that this crazy guy didn't know about. And she calls 911 on the cell phone. Now, Halle Berry gets the call, and she has to get this girl out of the situation. She has to find this guy and obviously get him in the end of the movie. And she promises this girl, well, she doesn't promise this girl, she wants to save this girl's life. And meanwhile, she's dating this cop played by Chestnut, who is trying to crack this case, find this guy, find this girl, who is played by Abigail Breslin. And that's basically the whole movie. Now, guys, I could say one other thing about this movie that was spoiled in the trailer. Another plot point was given away in the trailer, and I could give it away, but I don't want to because I felt that it shouldn't have been in the trailer. I felt that the trailer gave a little bit too much away about this movie. I really didn't like that when I went in, and as I was watching it, I said, wow, this trailer gave away too much. Not a big fan of that. It was a good trailer, but it spoiled too much. I knew it was going to happen in half the scenes. But other than that, really good premise overall. I'll get back to that in a minute. Right now I want to talk about the cast. Now, like I said, Halle Berry plays a 911 dispatcher, and I thought Halle Berry was excellent in this movie. She gave a great performance. Now, I really haven't seen many Halle Berry movies. I did see her in the X-Men movies, Storm, of course. I didn't even see her Oscar-winning movie. She won the Academy Award for Best Actress for Monsters Ball. I did not see that. I guess I will see that soon, but I know she's been in a lot of horrible movies that I haven't seen, and critics, you know, I guess they're kind of done with Halle Berry. And yeah, she was in Catwoman. I did not see that though, but I'm not going to go into that. But Halle Berry, she was excellent in this movie. Did she give an Oscar-worthy performance? No, of course not. But she was really good. Her acting was excellent. I loved her in the emotional scene. She was good in the ending scene as well. And I was really into Halle Berry in this movie. She definitely carried the movie. And she gave one of the best performances of the year so far. Of course, we're going to see better, but Halle Berry was excellent in this film. Really, I was really into this movie mainly because of Halle Berry's performance in half of the scenes in the movie. Also, we have Abigail Breslin in the movie. She plays the girl that is kidnapped and thrown in the trunk of the car. I haven't seen many movies with Abigail Breslin in them either, but Abigail Breslin was really good in this movie, even though she's in the trunk of a car for like half of it. But yeah, she was really good in the movie as well. Obviously, Halle Berry was 10 times better. She carried the movie, but Abigail Breslin was great as well. Now, Morris Chestnut, like I said, plays the boyfriend of Halle Berry. He's this cop who's trying to find the crazy guy that kidnapped Abigail Breslin. And he was great in the movie as well. Haven't seen him in many movies either. And then one other guy that I want to talk about, this other actor who played the sick, messed up guy, and that is Michael Eklund. Michael Eklund played the guy that kidnapped Abigail Breslin. Now, was he good in this movie? Yes, he was really good in this movie. I was into him as well. Of course, Halle Berry was my favorite, but this guy was great. He played the part of the sick guy excellent. I was into his character, even though he's this really messed up guy. He's this guy that you want to just go into the movie. You just want to kill him yourself. That's how sick he is. But there's several points in the movie where he gives some of the characters in the movie this creepy stare. He's like this. He's got like his mouth half open, and I was like, damn, this guy is sick. He really is, but he was great. I was really into him in the movie. Really good acting from the whole cast, basically. Really good cast for the movie. But yeah, Michael Eklund, really good. Halle Berry, really good in the movie. So, next thing I want to get into, guys, is this movie's rating. It is rated R. And do I think it is an appropriately rated R movie? Should this movie be rated R is what I'm trying to say. Yes, I do. I guess they could have made it PG-13. They could have taken out a few disturbing things, a few gory things in the movie to give it a PG-13 rating. But in a way, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they stuck with the R rating. Definitely, I wouldn't recommend kids see this movie. There is some violence in the movie. There is some language, but I understand why they gave it an R rating, and it is the appropriate rating. Now, guys, I do want to get into talking about the levels of suspense and the levels of thrills in this movie. I will get into that in a second, but first, I want to give my rating. I want to talk about the things I liked and the things I didn't like. And when I talk about the things I liked, the suspense will definitely be one of them. Now, for my score of this movie, I am going to give The Call an 8.5 out of 10. Guys, I know it's pretty high for a movie you expect to be just an average, kind of crappy thriller, but this was not a bad thriller at all. Like I said, I really enjoyed this film. I really did. This, I'm going to make a bold statement right here. This is one of the best thrillers I have seen in the theaters in a long time. I'm going to be honest. Like I said, the things I liked, great performances from the main cast. Halle Berry and Michael Eklund were great, as well as Abigail Breslin and Morris Chestnut. And also, like I said, the overall premise I thought really sucked me into the movie. I had never really seen that in another movie before. Yeah, I guess some people are going to say, oh, I've seen that in some other movie before. Oh, it's been done before. But I really haven't. So, in a way, I thought the overall premise was original, in my opinion. And it was really good, really well written. There was a lot of good violence that you would expect from an R-rated thriller in the movie, so that was great as well. So yeah, a lot of things I did like about the movie, really. And then, of course, the biggest thing that I enjoyed with this movie, that I will always remember this movie for, and that is this movie's thrills, its suspense. I was so pleased by how much suspense was in this movie. There are so many great nail-biting, edge-of-your-seat scenes, and that is what makes The Call a great thriller. I I was looking for a great thriller when I walked into this movie, and that is what I got when I got out. I was so pleased by how much suspense and great terrifying scenes were in this movie. I'm telling you guys, I'm not lying. You may think that this movie, oh, you're not going to feel any of those thrills. You're not going to feel any suspense. You do in half of the scenes in this movie. From the beginning of when that girl, from when Abigail Breslin is thrown into that trunk to the end, to basically the end of the movie, there's non-stop thrills. There's non-stop suspense that really just adds to added to my enjoyment of the film. That is by far the best part of this movie, and that is why I'm giving this movie such a high score, because it's a thriller. It's supposed to be intense, it's supposed to be suspenseful, and that is why The Call succeeded, in my opinion, as a thriller. It definitely did. Now guys, as for my problems, I have a few problems with the movie. Problem number one, and this isn't really the movie's fault, this is really the people that market this movie, the people that advertise this movie, they make the ads for this movie, the people that made the trailer for this movie. They spoiled way too much in the trailer, for sure. I've heard this from a lot of reviewers, and I will absolutely agree. They absolutely spoiled they spoiled one big plot point in the trailer that I knew walking in, and when that happened in the movie, this plot point, when it happened in the movie, I was disappointed because I already knew it was going to happen. And I didn't want to know it was going to happen. I really don't like spoilers before a movie. That bothers me sometimes. So, a few parts of the trailer did spoil the movie, so that's a downfall, but it's not the movie's fault. But my biggest problem with the movie is what some other people have been saying about the movie, is the ending. Now, people have been saying the ending was horrible. The last part was so bad, and I guess that's why they've been giving it low scores. They've been saying the ending is too similar to the Silence of the Lambs. The critics have been saying, oh, they ripped it off of Silence of the Lambs, and I understand why they're saying that. That's not why I didn't like the ending. Yes, it is similar to Silence of the Lambs. It's not a direct rip-off. I see similarities, but it's nothing exactly like Silence of the Lambs. But my biggest problem is the last minute or the last 30 seconds of this movie. I was expecting, you know, a little bit more of the movie. Then it just ends abruptly, and I was like, what? And the way that they ended it, I was like, oh no, why? I said to myself, why are you ending it like this? I thought you were going to go a different route. I mean, I'm not mad that they didn't end it the way I expected it to end. It's just I wasn't a big fan of the very last shot of the movie. I was shocked that that's how they ended it. And I thought there was going to be more. I was mad at something that the characters in the movie did to another character in the movie. And I said, oh no, why? I thought the movie was going to be predictable, but I thought I was going to be able to predict the ending, which wouldn't have bothered me, but I didn't. The ending, I didn't see it coming, so that is a good thing, but I didn't like the very last shot of the movie, the very last 20 seconds of the film. Not the ending as a whole, the last 20 seconds bothered me in a way. I wasn't too happy with them. But anyway, guys, that's it. That is my review of The Call. Like I said, really great movie. Do I recommend you see it? Yes, I do. I highly recommend you see it. Like I said, 8.5 out of 10. That's a great rating for a thriller. It's not an average thriller. I would say it's a little bit above average of a thriller. But this is definitely a really good one, and it is by far one of the best thrillers I've seen in the theaters for a while, for a very long time, because of its non-stop suspense and intense scenes, and I was really into them. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's basically it for my review of The Call. Thank you for watching. And do I recommend that you go see this movie in the theater? Yeah, I would recommend you see it in the theater. It is that good of a movie to be seen in the theaters. I will definitely buy this movie on Blu-ray. It's that good. It's good enough for me to want to buy it on Blu-ray. And that's all I have to say. 8.5 out of 10. Really great movie. Halle Berry was great in her scenes, and I was really pleased with the level of terror, the level of thrills, the level of suspense that I got while watching the movie. And I won't forget half of those feelings. I was really impressed with this film, guys. It's not a horrible movie in any way, except for the last 20 seconds. I really enjoyed it. So, guys, what did you think of The Call? Was it a bad thriller? I definitely did not think it was a bad thriller. Let me know, guys, in the comments below. And as for other movie reviews, hopefully, Place Beyond the Pines. Pray that it comes to my theater. I would love to see that this coming Friday. Hopefully it'll make it to my theater. If not, then I won't get to see it. Maybe some other movie reviews coming soon, guys. But that was it for The Call. please go check it out. Definitely check it out in the theaters. It's definitely worth the price of a ticket, and you guys will really enjoy it. I had a lot of fun in the movies, seeing it, and I definitely recommend it. Really enjoyed it, guys. So again, thank you for watching, and definitely check out The Call. Really good thriller. I would say it's an above average thriller. So yeah, guys, that's it. Thanks again for watching. Bye.